Welcome back to Max with RP. In the earlier video, we were solving problems involving arithmetic sequence. So we will do more of such problems so that we understand the concepts much better. Solve the equation. What do you mean by solving an equation? Finding the unknown. Here the unknown is x. So solve the equation 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 etc. up to x equal to 287. You can clearly see that this is an AP. This is an arithmetic progression. With A equal to 1 and common difference equal to 3. This is an arithmetic progression whose first term is 1 and common difference is 3. The last A equal to 1 is always the first term. The nth term is x. Okay, so A plus n minus 1 into d, as you know, is the formula for nth term, right, is x. A is what? 1. 1 plus n minus 1 into 3 equal to x. So 3n minus 3 plus 1, so minus 2 equal to x. But what else here given? Sum Sn is 287. Okay, what is the formula for Sn? Sn is n by 2 into first term plus last term is given to be 287. This is further implies n by 2. What is the first term? 1. What is the last term? 3n minus 2 equal to 287. So this further implies n into 3n minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1 is equal to, I am taking 2 to that side, so I will get 287 into 2, 574. Therefore, n square, 3n square minus n equal to 574 or minus 574 equal to 0. n square minus n minus 574 equal to 0. I have already factorized and kept. It is n minus minus 42 plus 41. So 3n square minus 42n plus 41n minus 574 equal to 0. Now 3n is common, so I will get n minus 14 plus 41 into n minus 14 equal to 0. So 3n plus 41 into n minus 14 equal to 0 implies n can only be 14. This is not possible as n represents number of terms. Hence cannot be negative. So you are asked to solve an equation which means finding the unknown, which is x. In this case, it is the last term or the nth term. Okay, you can clearly see, identify that this sequence is an arithmetic progression whose first term is 1 and common difference is 3. So this is what I have written here. A equal to 1, Tn equal to 3. What is x? Is the last term. So nth term is x. We have a formula for nth term, which is a plus n minus 1 into d, which is x. Substituting for a and d, you get 3n minus 2 equal to x. What other information we have? We are given that the sum of the n terms is 287. So Sn equal to n by 2 into T1 plus Tn is 287. which implies n by 2 into first term is 1 and the nth term is 3n minus 2 equal to 287. So if I cross multiply, take 2 to that side, it becomes 574, and on multiplying I get a quadratic equation 3n square minus n minus 574 equal to 0. You have to actually find out what are the factors. Try a few by trial and error. You can find that minus 42 plus 41 is minus n, and 42 into 41 minus 42 into plus 41 is 574. So 3n into n minus 14 plus 41 into n minus 14 is 0. So 3n plus 41 into n minus 14 is 0, which means n is 14. N cannot be negative because n represents the number of terms. Therefore, n is 14. So if n is 14, what is asked? You have to find the value of x. So x is equal to Tn. X is equal to, what is the value of x? 3n minus 2. 3n minus 2. Now this is 3 into n is 14 minus 2. Which is 42 minus 2, which is 40. So your value of x is 40. X is the unknown. Is it clear? The digits of a positive integer having 3 digits are in AP and the sum is 15. The number which is obtained by reversing the digits is 594 less than the original number. Find the number. So this is the question. Okay. So what do you think will be the digits? So I can, since the sum is given, it is very convenient to choose the numbers as a minus d, a and a plus d. Why? Because if I need to add them, my d will get cancelled and it will help me to immediately obtain the value of a. So I am going to let the numbers be, or let the digits be a minus d, a plus d. Now what is given? The sum is 15. So a minus d plus a plus d equal to 15. Okay, your minus d and plus d gets cancelled. 3a equal to 15 or a equal to 15 by 3, which is 5. Okay, so we have already found the value of a. Now what else is the information that is given? The number obtained by reversing the digits is 594 less than the original number. So let the original number be 100 into a plus d plus 10 into a plus a minus d. So the number 394, for example, how will you write? 300 plus 90 plus 4. So 3 into 100 plus 9 into 10 plus 4. So like that, if the digits are a plus d, a and a minus d, as a number, how would you express them? 100 into a plus d, the digit in the hundredths place, plus 10a, the digit in the tenth place, the digit in the units place. Like I said, suppose you have any 3-digit number, 278. 2 into 100 plus 7 into 10 plus 8 into 1. That's how you will write the number in the expanded form. So that is what I have written. Now this simplifies to, now 100a plus 100d plus 10a plus a minus d, which is equal to, now 100a plus 10a plus a will give me 111a plus 99d. 100d minus d is 99d. Now if I reverse the number, reversing, what will happen to the number? I will have 100 into a minus d. 289, what is the reversal? 982. So like that, 100 into A minus D plus 10 into A plus D. Now this is 100A plus 10A plus A is 111A minus 100D plus D is minus 99D. Now what does he say? The number obtained by reversing the digits. This is 111A minus 99D is less than 111A plus 99D by 594. The number obtained by reversing the digits, this is the reversed digits, 111A minus 99D is less than the original number. This is the original number, 111A plus 99D by 594. So this is less than this. So I have to add 111A minus 99D plus 594 will be equal to 111A plus 99D. Now 111A gets cancelled. Okay, so 594 is equal to 99D plus 99D, which is 99D into 2, which is 198D. So D equal to 594 by 198, which is further 99D plus 99D. That's what I have written as 99D into 2. This is further, if I simplify, what will I get? $297 by 99. So 594 is equal to 99D. You get 3. D equal to, what is D equal to? If I put D equal to 3, sorry, 198 into 3 will give me 594. So D is 3. So D is 3 and A is 5. So what will be the number? The number is what? 111A plus 99D, which is equal to 111 into 5 plus 99 into 3, which is 111 into 5 is 555 plus 99 into 3. 3 nines are 27. 27 plus 7, 34. So this is equal to 5 plus 2, 7. 5 plus 4, 9. 5 plus 3, 8. So the number equal to 897. Are you all able to follow how to write the number, how to reverse the digits, use the fact that the difference is 594 and find out what is the value of D. We have chosen the numbers like this because when you add them, your D gets cancelled and immediately you are able to determine the value of A. Once A and D are known, we know the number because the number is 111A plus 99D. Now, a small terrace at a football ground comprises of 15 steps, each of which is 50 meters long and built of solid concrete. Each step has a rise of 1/4 meters and a tread of half a meter. Calculate the total volume. So you have steps. You have to calculate the total volume of concrete required to build the terrace. So the total volume is equal to V1 plus V2 etc. Vn, where V1 is the volume for step 1. V2 is the volume for step 2, and so on. Okay. Now, what is the volume? It is length into breadth into height, right? Now, each step is increasing by 1 by 4. So, the first step, what will be? It is given that a small terrace at a ground comprises of 15 steps. So, n is equal to 15. Each of which is 50 meters long. And it has got a tread of half a meter. That means it is wide. Increase in height is 1 by 4 meter. So what will be the first one? First one will be 50 into half into 1 by 4. That is the first step. What will be the second step volume? 50 into half. Height alone will increase half by 1 by 4. So I will get 1 by 4 into 2. So this is your V1. Now for V2, the height will be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, which is 2 by 4. Now plus what will be V3? 50 into half, which is length into breadth. Height will be what? 2 by 4. Half plus again quarter. Half plus quarter is 3 by 4. So going by this pattern, what will be the last step? How many steps are there? N is 15. For the first step, what is the height? 1 by 4. For the second step, what is the height? 2 by 4. For the third step, what is the height? 3 by 4. So for the 15th step, you will have 50 into half into 15 by 4. So by looking at the recognizing the pattern, I have written 50 into half into 15 by 4. See, for the first step, it is 50 into half into 1 by 4. For the second step, quarter plus quarter is 2 by 4. For the third step, quarter plus quarter plus quarter, which is 3 by 4, the height. For the last one, it will be therefore 1 by 4, 2 by 4, 3 by 4. 15th step, the height will be 15 by 4. But length and breadth are same, which is 50 into half. Is it clear? Now I can simplify this by taking the common items outside. 50 into half into 1 by 4. Let me take outside. Then what will I get? 1 plus 2 plus 3, etc. up to 15. This is 25 by 4 into, what is 1 plus 2, etc. up to n? Sets sum of natural numbers is n into n plus 1 by 2. If you look at the first video, I have even given a proof for this. Even otherwise, it is what? N by 2 into first term plus last term. N by 2 into first term is 1, last term is n. So n by 2 into n into n plus 1 by 2. So this is first n by 2, right? How many n is what? 15. So 15 by 2 into first term plus last term. So this is 25 by 4 into 15 by 2 into 16. So 4, this is 2, 2 into 15, 30 into 25, which is equal to 750. Because it is volume, you have to write the unit. So the total volume of concrete required to build the terrace. A terrace consists of several steps. All the steps have the same length and breadth. Only the height keeps varying. How does it vary? Each step has a rise of 1 by 4 meters. So the volume of the entire concrete required is equal to V1 plus V2 etc. up to Vn. V1 is 50 into half into 1 by 4. So the second one, what will be the height? Half, which is same as 2 by 4. For the third one, what is the height? 3 by 4. So 1, 2, 3, you see a pattern in the heights. Therefore, for the 15th step, it will be 15 by 4. So 50 into half into 1 by 4 is common. I have taken it out. So I get into 1 plus 2 plus 3 etc. up to 15, which is nothing but sum of first 50 natural numbers, which is 15 into 16 by 2. The whole thing simplifies to 750 meter cube. Now, next problem, you have to find the sum of all 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. So, what is the first 3-digit number divisible by 7? 105. So, first 3-digit number divisible by 7 equal to 105. Last 3-digit number divisible by 7 equal to 994. So you have to think 101, 102 like that, no? By trial and error, you find out which is the first one and which is the last one. Okay. Now you have to find sum of all the 3-digit numbers. So this is what you understand. You have to find the sum. Okay, now the last, how many numbers are there? So the question that naturally you have to ask is, how many such numbers exist between 105 to 994 which are divisible by 7? How will you find that? This is the nth digit. So Tn is 994. So A plus n minus 1 into D equal to 994. Right? What is A? 105 plus n minus 1 into D is 7 equal to 994. Therefore, n minus 1 into 7 is equal to 994 minus 105, which is 14 by minus 5 is 9, 8, 8. So n minus 1 will be 889 by 7, which means n minus 1 equal to, is it divisible by 7? 1, 7. 7 goes in 8, 1. 127. Therefore, n equal to 128. So, how many such numbers exist? 128 numbers exist. See, A plus n minus 1 into D is 994. A is 105. What is the first number? Which 3-digit number divisible by 7 is 105. Plus n minus 1 into, how do they differ? The difference between any two numbers is 7. Because we are looking at multiples of sum of all 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. So, we are looking at multiples of 7. So, n minus 1 into 7 equal to 994. So, n minus 1 into 7 is 994 minus 105, which is 889. So, n minus 1 will be 889 by 7. So, which is 1, 2 and 128. 128. 128 into 7 is 889. Sorry, n minus 1 is 127, n is 128. So now you have to find Sn. Sn will be, what is the formula? N by 2 into first term plus last term, which is S128 will be 128 by 2 into What is the first term? 105. What is the last term? 994. This is further 64 into 105. So you can add, what will I get? 5 plus 4, 9, 9, 10. 64 into 1099. Are you able to follow? 994. So the 105 is the first term. Nth term is 994. So when I add, what will I get? 994, 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 0, 9, 9 plus 1, 10. So 1099. I am sure you can multiply and determine what is the answer. So this is how you do sums wherever you are asked to find the sum of all 3-digit number, 2-digit number, similar sums. Identify what is the first sum number and what is the last number. From that, by trial and error. Once you get this, you have to ask the question, how many such numbers are there? That means what is the value of n? How to find n? You know the formula for nth term. So a plus n minus 1 into d is 994. From that, you can get the value of n to be 128. But what is our sum of n terms? Which is n by 2 into first term plus last term. So 64 into 105 plus 994, 64 into 1099, which I am sure you can easily multiply. That is the sum of all the 3-digit numbers, natural numbers, which are divisible by 7. So I hope you enjoyed this session of problem solving. You are solving problems using the concept of arithmetic progression. To be strong in arithmetic progression, you have to be familiar with the nth term, which is a plus n minus 1 into d. Sum of n terms, which can be written as n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, or equivalently n by 2 into first term plus last term. I'm just revising what are the concepts that we have used. And very often they get reduced to quadratic equations. So you must also be good at solving a quadratic equation, either by splitting the middle term or by using the quadratic formula, which in detail we will see in the next chapter, which is going to be quadratic equations. So until we meet next time, it's goodbye. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope if you find the channel useful, share it with all your friends so that everyone might use this content. Thank you and goodbye.